my number one goal in life is to reach my potential. And if I was gonna like say what quality, like what qualitative type word that is, it's kind of like enlightenment. It's kind of like if I lived my life, you know, the way like to its fullest potential, I would really like to see kind of like enlightenment, which to me kind of means like a intelligence mixed with spirituality, groundedness, you know, kind of some like really important things. And so that's what I really want to hit. And when I think back to all the times in my life where I felt like I was moving the needle and I was like really doing what I wanted to do, it's always the morning. Like the early morning is when I make the biggest ground. And in my morning journaling this morning, the question was, what would make today great? And one of the ones I said was like really having fun with what I'm doing and really trying to make it fun. I don't want this to seem like hustle. I want this to seem like I'm doing my life's work and I'm enjoying it. It's blissful. Maybe I put on, you know, when I think of enlightened music, Lord's new album, for whatever reason, just seems like that whole vibe to me. So I'm gonna put on Solar Power, that whole album, and try to get some work done. Another day with this pool table. I'm beginning to think the Vlogmas is no joke. I'm beginning to think that I have severely underestimated how much work this is going to take. I just edited a video for 3 hours in there, and then now I'm going to be like filming what I'm doing all day. So I'm like, am I going to be basically doing YouTube 24/7 for the rest of December? You know, I want to do other things besides Vlogmas. The Enneagram 5 is starting to kick in. We're like, I don't know if I'm going to have enough energy to do Vlogmas for the whole month. For a while I was debating if I was an Enneagram 3, and I'm like, no, Alexa, you're not an Enneagram 3. I don't think. Maybe it's part of the tri-type. I really don't understand quite how tri-type works. But I need a break. I edited for too much. It's like I got there at 7. It's 10 now. I've been editing way too much. So I kind of want to do some Legos now. I don't know why. I'm like kind of late to the Lego game. My first time I ever did a Lego set was I saw Ellen DeGeneres at the start of the pandemic putting together a Lego kit on her Instagram, and I was like, oh, maybe that could be fun, because she was doing like maybe the Golden Gate Bridge or, you know, some monument. And I was like, oh, this could be interesting. I guess it's not just like little Star Wars figurines fighting each other. Like I didn't ever get the point of Legos. I'm like, are they just little things you play with? But then when I saw that you actually like, oh, this is cool. Anyways, so at my house, I'm putting together the Taj Mahal over Christmas. Because my family has kind of a tradition of putting together puzzles. And I'm living with my parents right now. And I'm not so much into puzzles. You know, you get done with them and you're like, cool, it's the picture on the box. Cool. But with Legos, I've now done a bunch of Legos. I did a bunch of like the Harry Potter castles. I've done a bunch of them. Now I'm working on the Taj Mahal. And when you get done with it, you're like, this is sick. So this one's like 5,000 pieces. I'm pretty stoked about it. It's not legit Legos. It's like off-brand. Like they're tiny. They're so tiny. They're really tiny Legos. These are not really Legos. So excited for this. I am the most excited about this that I've ever been about anything in my life. This is the thing that I've created that I am the most proud of. So it's in its rough draft form still. So I want to make a trilogy. So a visioning book, a task management planner. It's a planner. And then a journal, like a daily journal to like keep you motivated. So it's a 3-part series. And so I just finished the rough draft of the visioning book. So I'm going to Office Depot right now to print it off. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be able to like hold something in my hand. The design, like visually, like I guess like graphic design wise, it's not in its final stages, but it's pretty close to its final stages content wise. I just finished all the content. So I'm so excited about this. I have wanted to create a visioning book and a planner for so long, and this is a visioning book that like takes you through the full year. I'm so excited. This is so exciting. This is big stuff. Okay, I'll show you parts of it when I'm done. Okay, so it's not exactly what I was expecting. So I have it printed. It's kind of like a light pink. I guess you can't see. I had it printed in color. This is not like the finalized graphic design or anything. But, so what I went in for, I originally went in to get it like actually bound, but they're like, it's a several day wait. And I was like, it's just a rough draft, so I don't necessarily need to bind a rough draft, but I wanted to get like spirals around it. But this, I'll read you the introduction. The actual form would make it smaller. I would have it, the pages wouldn't be like these full. These are full size pages. I believe that you should live an extraordinary life, one that's extraordinary to you, one where you look back without regrets. I've never found a system that translates dreams into reality as well as the one I've created over the years. It's the book Think and Grow Rich Principles Made Practical, the book Getting Things Done Made Beautiful, and mostly my own ideas on paper. This visioning workbook takes you step by step from your dream life, to your dream year, to yearly goals, to quarterly goals, to monthly goals, to action plans, to daily time management, and to-do items. When the beautiful big picture is translated into daily actions, you've found the key to success. There will be times when you'll resist getting granular enough to add it to the calendar. Resist the resistance. There will be times when you won't think you're good enough for your big dreams. Dream bigger. And there will be times when you question yourself and why you've set out to do what you've set out to do. Set out anyway. If you've ever heard the whisper, I wonder what it would be like if I... That is your intuition and source of brilliant inspiration. Lean into that whisper and it will become louder and louder every day. It will become your best friend and your treasure map toward your most beautiful wildlife. I heard a story once of the definition of heaven and hell. The story goes that when you die, you get to meet your potential self, all you could have been. Depending on how you've lived your one wild and precious life, that experience could be heaven or hell. Take swift and decisive action toward your potential self. Your potential self is the whisper. For years, I had never acknowledged that whisper. The voices of others' advice and opinions were too loud. I had never dreamed of anything beyond student, employee, and wife. In the spring of 2019, I found a breast lump. I was 22. I heard my intuition for the first time, but it didn't whisper, it screamed. Over the next 6 months of doctor's appointments and biopsies, my priorities became crystal clear. When the situation was resolved, I too had resolved to make changes. I was quitting my job, moving to a new place, and getting serious about this one precious life. I admonish you to do the same. Get serious about your one precious life. Your potential self is ready to guide you. Alexis. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. It's a visioning exercise, and it just goes step by step by step by step down. It kind of funnels down to more and more and more concrete. It's the process. If you've seen the video that I made, Set Systems, Not Goals, it is that. It's the idea of that video, but more in depth and more on paper, and I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited. So this is the rough draft of the books. I'm so excited about this. My goal is to have these available maybe the last 2 weeks of December for purchase, maybe on Etsy or on my website. I have to figure out the details of that. But I want these to be available for purchase the last 2 weeks of December so that people can vision. I'm so stoked about these. So stoked. Nothing has existed, so I created it. I'm so excited about this. Okay, anyways. I don't know. This is probably where I'll end the vlog. This is probably where I'll end it. I've been working all day long. I woke up at like 6. And I've been working ever since, and the sun is setting. I've been working so much today. I have some more working to do today, but it's not going to be interesting, so I'll see you tomorrow.